That guy did. Oh my gosh! Surprise, motherfucker! What? Oh my god, you're fucking crazy!
What is up, you smexy individuals? My name is Birdman778 and welcome to another build video. Today, we're doing my new endgame series build, and this is OP Flak. Now, before we get into the video, I want to mention I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Birdman778. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. We have some other streams sprinkled between there, so make sure you're checking out my social media, twitter.com/Birdman778, instagram.com/BirdmanGraham, and then obviously our YouTube, youtube.com/Birdman778. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the reason why we call this our OP Flak build, because again, this being a part of our endgame series, I wanted to make a build that can essentially go to endgame and have a lot of viability with a lot of new guns in the game, older guns, just stuff that hasn't really been used all that much, but also just something that can synergize really well with Flak himself. I decided to pick what I believe is the best of each one of these classes: pistol, shotgun, AR, and sniper. Now, these are the four guns that I think are the best for Flak and arguably best in the game, but let's run down those real quick. We have a fire light show, a reflex, a OPQ system, and then a storm. Now, the anointment on all four of these weapons is URAD. We decided to run URAD on this build because honestly it's just stupid powerful. Getting 150% extra radiation damage on top of all these other elements that you're going to be going through is just insane. So it just made perfect sense to run, especially with Flak. I mean, essentially, I mean, if his shield breaks, he's already going to die instantly, so might as well just put it at 1 and just let it go from there. Equipment wise, we chose a transformer with ASC action skill cooldown rate, a cosmic stalker with weapon crit, weapon damage, and assault rifle damage, a hunter seeker with grenade throw, weapon, grenade, action skill, damage increase, and then a snowdrift deathless with sniper damage, magazine size, and AoE damage. Reason why we chose all these: one, because this is going to negate any shock effect. The cosmic stalker, I absolutely love the increase on the hunter skill, kill skills. The hunter seeker, essentially because it helps proc a lot of our abilities, and then the snowdrift because it gives us some speed, plus deathless because it helps activate this URAD effect. So let's head on over to our skill tree and kind of see what we got going on there. Over here on our skill tree, obviously we're running into pretty much every single tree, but green tends to be the least of it. We decided to go into Furious Attack as our first bar here. Obviously, we just don't really want to go into self-repairing system because we don't have any health to regen, so might as well just go into Furious Attack. Eager to Impress, we have +4 and 2 because we want our action skill, which is Gamma, to come back as fast as possible. Only need 1 point, all be my BFFs. We have Lick the Wound, so our pet's able to come over and get us up, and then turn tail and run while we're moving. We get that regen health and damage reduction. Now, mainly we're doing this for that damage reduction, just so our shield isn't taking as big of a beating consistently as normally would. But obviously, while we are standing still, we get that gun damage and the fire rate increase as well. So it's kind of like a +3 and a -1 on that ability. But I mean, still, I mean, look at that. I mean, +17 damage reduction while moving, gun damage increased by 25%. The blue tree, obviously, again, we're going into Gamma. We have pretty much most of this entire thing spec'd out. We have +5 in Furiosity, +3 in the Persistence Hunter, +5 in Frenzy. We got that 1 point in the Psycho Head on a Stick, but we do have 1 point into Who Rescued Who, just so we're kind of getting our pet get some health regen. We really want them to be able to kind of be able to live and everything, so it's usually good. And then obviously +3 into Barbaric Yelp, just so our pet bonuses are increased. Augment wise, we are going into Gamma Burst damage, and then the endurance, so that our time is going up on that. Main reason why with these two, because I want to be able to have as much damage as possible with that URAD effect we're already having, and then obviously the longer Gamma is active, the better our pet is. So especially the Scorcher being just the beefy mother trucker it is. And speaking of the Scorcher, let's go into that red tree. We have Interplanetary Stalker boost, Leave No Trace, head count, Hunter's Eye, +5 and 2 Fang, +6 technically with our action, with our comm into big game, +1 into Galactic Shadow, and then that Megavore as well. So obviously this entire tree is just specced out and everything we can do, just because I feel like this is the bulk of Flak's better tree, and also the fact that so many of these hunter kill skills will be procced and increased with that comm we're using. Let's head over to Mayhem modifiers though and kind of see what we got going on there. So we do have a speed demon going on. Faster the Flak is going, the better. I feel like that's kind of in general for each character. So it's good to have that speed to be able to run around the battlefield better, especially with Flak, who tends to be a little bit slow. If his shield gets starting to break, you'll be able to run out real quick, get in a safe spot, and if you do go down, your pet will be able to run over to you real quick and get you some help. Healy Avenger, obviously, because we are wanting to shoot those little hearts that are flying in the air, get those health from him, or be able to get a second wind. Ticked off, we're using, because we're not really doing any status effect, we're just doing elemental damage on this. So I mean, this one can kind of go and I mean, if you take it off, you might get a boost, but I mean, it's kind of an easy hard one, especially with how hard it is to roll modifiers to use as well. And then the buddy system, just because you can shoot those, it's super convenient, and also you can use the reflux and chain the shots off of them to other enemies. So again, I kind of call this my OP Flak build because, again, it's something that can be used in endgame pretty efficiently. I think that this might be one of the better builds for Flak that we have done, just because you can use it literally whenever. It's going to work in any scenario you're using it in, even in bossing. It's able to have some really good effect. You can check these proving ground runs we're going to be doing, and even the Mallow on takedown. It's a great build. I enjoy using it, and I hope you are as well. Make sure you check it out, the save file on my Discord, which will be in the description below. But guys, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what some other ideas you might have for some of these end game builds. But regardless, I hope you have a great night, day, whatever it may be, and stay smexy. All right, I'm gonna do a separate recording with the game capture because I'm just gonna have to, I have to work and do that at the same time, so I don't want this being a super big long video. So we'll just use that and we're gonna go.